Welcome, welcome, welcome to Relationship Talk with Kia. Well, today we're going to talk about some different experiences, some new things that people try out. It's the summer. That's coming to you live from the beach house. Gonna actually be chatting with some friends anonymously today. Usually, I have people intro themselves and say who they are. But this time, trying something different. People want to talk candidly. Want you to know what's going on in their lives, what their experiences are like. And so why not try that out in a way that everybody will be comfortable doing that? And hey, disclaimer, if you are sensitive to anything explicit, please turn away now. Turn down the radio. Turn off the internet if you could. Find a new app. Find something else to listen to. But we are about to jump and dive way deep in it right about now. So let's do this. So how y'all doing today?
Doing well.
How you doing over there?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Swell.
That's good. That's good.
As you were doing the intro, at first I didn't want to use my name out of respect for myself and the women I interact with, but I have a nickname or pseudonym I go by, and that's Yarrow. Yarrow, and it's a healing plant.
Nice.
So the reason why I went for a healing plant is because I believe in assisting people and empowering people with their healing and growth process.
All right.
So that's a simple way to put love, their intimacy therapist.
Some nice. Say. An intimacy therapist. I like that. I like that. Mr. Yarrow, that intimacy therapist. All right. Well, now you know who I'm sitting here chatting with. That's one of them. Do you have a nickname that you might possibly go by?
Nope.
No nickname. Well, I have a nickname that other guests might possibly go by, but I won't say right now. I'll keep it kind of candid. But I mean, hey, everybody is employed in different fields. That's all I got to say. So, Mr. Yara, you had an experience, a rather large experience living on the larger side of life. Like, we live in large right now. We in this $1 million beach house, kicking it, living it up. People, you got to expand your mind. You got to see what you want so that you can actually live what you have seen. So, speaking about the larger side of life.
Yeah, so I was here last night and I got on Tinder and I decided to, actually the day before I think it was, and decided to do some swiping and came across someone and I like what they wrote, so sent the super like actually. And it was a different experience for me because I'm a person that sometimes prefers to lean to the less emotional, just physical interactions. And so what happened was I met someone and we were talking and vibing with them, and I'm a person that I can interact and be intimate and love a wide range because it's not in how the person looks or those kind of things, because I understand that we're all human beings and there's a part of us that wants to be loved and cared for, to display love and those kind of things. So in a spiritual aspect, sometimes it's more of a spiritual experience versus the physical, even though it is physical. And then I know that it offers a space for the person to communicate their feelings and their things like that. I'm not a person that holds on to their energies. So if they want to talk and express themselves, and this person was a teacher, and sometimes being a teacher, I know that teachers go through a lot and their days could be very stressful. So you give that space for them to talk. We stretch, we move around, and then we went for we got access to some water, some jacuzzi, but the jacuzzi part wasn't working, but we were still in the in the jacuzzi chilling, and then we switched to doing a massage, just because it's nice to be touched and to touch, and then from there going into the physical. So the thing that was interesting about it was she was a little big.
What do you mean by she was a little big?
Little.
So I like thick women. I like very feminine shaped women.
So if you could describe for us so that the listeners can get a visual experience on this, could you give us a description of what you mean?
She was probably 2.5 to 3 times heavier than me.
Okay, and you are?
I'm about 180. And I think I'm pushing it with that weight, but I'd say about 2.5 times, yes. She was probably about 3 something.
Okay, all right.
About 3.
And
Maybe in the upper, towards the 4.
oh, wow, okay. And the women you usually deal with are around what size?
Usually the women I deal with are about 170 something to about 190 something.
Okay. Okay.
So she was a little thicker than I'm used to. Some would just say she was fat. So, I'm nice with my words, so.
Very nice, very nice. We always like when people are nice with their words.
Yeah, I try to be nice.
Hey, so you over there, you're kind of quiet. Have you ever dealt with anyone in that range?
Not that range. I would say the 230s.
230s.
That's the biggest I went.
Okay. I too have ventured into the realm of chubby chasing. And, oh wait, was that not kind with my words? See, I don't know. But, yeah, I definitely dated a couple guys that were larger. I had a moment in time when I just, felt like that was cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with gauging weight, but who knows? Maybe one of them was probably in the 3s. I don't know. Maybe nearing.
One of them.
Maybe nearing.
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
Maybe nearing that. Maybe nearing that. But, hey, whatever. To each his own. Everybody gets to try something new at some point in their life. Because how would you figure out exactly what you are into and what you actually want to settle on if you don't figure it out? Like, you don't go to the ice cream store and just decide, even though you have 31 flavors, I'm just going to get this one. No. Try out the flavors. See which one you think is, all right, I can deal with this flavor forever. This one is my go-to. Like Taste the Tropics, they have tons of flavors, but mine is the Guinness Stout.
I loved every second of it.
That is so good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Was there anything new about it? Did you experience anything new?
Yeah, what it is for me is that I'm a very athletic person. I have an athletic build, and I would be very masculine. I'm not super muscular just because I do a lot of biking and aerobic stuff, but I'm fit and dense. So, like, if you touch it, I'm solid. So sometimes I like women that are a little bit the opposite. So I like women that are curvy, that are, feminine shape, like
soft and fluffy.
Soft, fluffy. Just because it's comforting to me. So with this was definitely in the range of like a pillow. This was like I just could float into her, and
this was like a nice big body cloud.
Yeah, every part of her was soft and nice, and it was just like, so it's definitely more work for your boy though. I definitely felt like
I visualize a character when you say this, but not to be taboo or risque saying it out loud. I just want you all to go back into your childhoods, depending on how old you are, late 80s, early 90s movie, and visualize soft, big, fluffy. And you just figure it out for yourself. That's just what I visualize from a movie.
Hint, Ghostbusters.
Oh, Oh, who are you gonna
Didn't that
call?
look so soft though? Wouldn't you just like to just squeeze that?
But all right, so let's just not harp on the bigger side, the larger side. How about the complete other end of the spectrum? Have you ever dealt with the MAGA gal, the super skinny, mini, thin like a pencil? I am just a hanger for clothing type of female. Have you dealt with the bag of bones?
I don't even think so.
Wow.
I don't even holler at skinny chicks.
Wow, discriminatory.
No skinny chicks at all. I think maybe one.
Whoa,
when I was a fool.
Discrimination.
What are they gonna cook for you, huh? What are you gonna eat?
I cannot believe. Oh. Discrimination. I can't believe this. How about you?
Nah.
Oh my gosh. What happened to all the double zeros? The zeros in the world. I used to be a size 0.
There's somebody for them.
You know what?
Somebody's not me.
Somebody's not me.
You are absolutely right. There is somebody for everybody. I know plenty of guys that love a stick figure girl. And I know guys that like big, thick women. Yesterday, I happened to have been in the company of a gentleman who actually had 3 wives, and they are all super thick, bottom-heavy chicks. And it works out well for him. I know a friend that I talked to. You may have heard me podcast with him before. I like to call him Mr. Scotch Bonnet. But he kind of is into that kind of a world where, you know, a man can have, you know, several women and things like that. But that's another topic, a whole nother guest to speak with. But
hey, communication is key with everything. So, you know, I think with this woman, she knew what it was, and I explained that it was a short-term interaction. But, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be respectful and kind to her. So with me as a lover, when I'm doing my thing, I'm intimate and passionate. It's like, why do the experience of it if you're not going to be that way?
so when you say
Yeah, it's like...
no, very good. Yeah, it is a mental thing. When you say it was a short-term interaction, are you stating that you let her know, hey, this is a one-night stand type of situation?
I let her know that I'm staying here for the weekend.
Okay.
And that I'm a moving around person, and I'm nomadic. So, you know, it's either you could do this or not. It's your choice, and it's like, you know, we're adults about these things, so it's just about respect and good communication.
And if it's okay, if you don't mind me asking, where did you meet?
Tinder.
Tinder.
You super like.
I super liked on
That's
it.
right. You did say you
Not
super
by
like.
accident.
It was.
So now, how did that interaction go?
I'm
Did
not
you
sure.
super like, and then
I'm not sure if
she
it
pops
was-
up, or how did that go? Or did
Was it a match
you?
immediately?
No. You know what it was? I know why I super liked her. I super liked her because.
Yeah, did she say something in her profile that was interesting? Did
No,
she have
she
a
didn't.
picture that
the
was
thing
like
is,
appealing?
I have to understand. I understand the psychology of different people, so I have to. You know, there's lots of different ways, and being a woman in the world and a plus size woman, and you know, it's a lot of different factors to it. So, you know, if she was black, then you know, being thick and big is it. Everybody love a thick black woman, but not everybody's really into fat white women per se.
Okay.
So, you know, I know that she's putting herself out there for looking for love, intimacy, but then doesn't necessarily want to verbalize that because then that could be, you know, putting herself in a place of vulnerability. So this was her profile picture.
Without being too, I don't know, I don't want to be tongue-in-cheek or anything like that, but I'm trying to think here. Did you choose her because you felt that, well, she just put up pictures, she didn't say anything, she's a larger woman, so wait. So if I super like her, then my likelihood of hitting the jackpot here is much higher than if I picked someone else.
Okay. I think about for 3 or 4 reasons. One, as I was going through her pictures, and I'll show Kia,